Good morning, everybody. Bobby Lynn here. Welcome to Friday, June 1st. Officially hurricane season, though it feels like it's been hurricane season for the last month here in Florida. My goodness, we've had a lot of rain. I decided today I'm going to show you our new breakfast sandwich maker in action. I'm going to make myself breakfast. I'm getting ready to head out on a 2-week birthday adventure with my mother. We both share a birthday Sunday, as a matter of fact. So we are going to go celebrate on a cruise together. But before we head out to the airport, I've got to eat, right? Because breakfast in the airport is, I've got a little bit of oatmeal from yesterday in here, is not as good for me as what I can make myself. So this, starting today, the snack bar maker that I used last night. Hey Susie, hey Maria. And this wonderful little piece are officially on sale now. Pampered Chef just never stops. I tell you what, that product development team just never sleeps. They are always coming out with fancy new things for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself some eggs. And if you know anything about me, you know that I like to eat as healthy as I can. So I'm going to put a little bit of broccoli and cauliflower in my eggs. So I'm going to use my manual food processor, affectionately known as Manny in my household, because, you know, he's a manual food processor, otherwise known as Manuel, or if you're feeling sassy, which is pretty much all the time, it's Manny. So he is going to chop those up for me, and the beautiful part of that is that all I have to do is pop up the lid and start pumping. I'm going to assume you guys know a lot about him. He is obviously a, you know, you don't have to plug him in, but he's got a silicone ring on the bottom so things don't slide around. These are what I call his teeth, because they do all the chewing of things up. They chop everything up. 3 blades, as you can see, they're stacked versus the 2 that you standardly get in a food processor. And then this is how you do it. You just pump it up. Because I don't want all my broccoli and cauliflower in one bite. I'm going to chop it just a little, one piece of broccoli is being slightly stubborn. I'm going to put a little bit of cheddar cheese in there. So I've got my wonderful little cheese grater. I always tell people, act like that's a button. Just push it, and all you're doing is you're sliding the handle over. You can see that, right? And you can go in a couple different directions. You can open it up flat. You can close it and store it this way, or you can open it up and shred with it. So I'm going to shred a little bit of cheese in there, and it does have a food holder. I'm not going to use this whole little square because I don't need that much, but there we go. We'll put some cheese in there, and of course a lot of people like to use salt and pepper. I was not raised with a mother who put salt and pepper on her food, so I don't put salt and pepper on my food. I have to really think about that, but my particular favorite is one of our herbs called garlic and herb. It takes the place of salt and pepper in my cooking. So it's a brand new one because I go through this like, you know, water in my house. But we're going to put some seasoning in there, a little garlic and herb. All right. I guess I should put a few eggs, huh? It is eggs, so we'll crack a few eggs in there. And then I'm going to pump it up, add a little bit of milk. Milk gives it a nice fluffy texture. We'll put a little bit of milk in there. There we go. And pump it up just a little more. Probably important thing to know, I put in the firmer things first. It'll chop better if you add everything all at one time. The blades can't get a good grip on the firmer foods, your vegetables. So you want to put those in first. Get them chopped to your desired texture. Hey, Christina! And then we'll pump it up a little bit more. So we've got that. And very important, Manny doesn't swim, so please don't submerge his head in water. It comes with a nice little sticker letting you know. It doesn't say Manny doesn't swim, but it says do not submerge this thing in water. I just take a soapy rag and wash the bottom side of his head. I guess the inner part of his head, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to take this wonderful piece. And I love, look what they've written in there. Not that you can read it, but I will. Break the yolk before microwaving. And they have it in a couple languages there. That means that if you're just cracking your eggs in here and cooking them without, milk, or without whipping them up first, you're going to want to pierce them. That way they don't explode. Okay, that will save you a lot of cleanup and hassle. We're going to spritz it with a little bit of oil with our wonderful spritzer. And of course, you all know the way to keep your spritzer with a long life is to burp it after every use, okay? Don't leave it all full of pressure like that. That will make it clog and spit when you try to use it, okay? Just a little tip for longevity. We'll add in our wonderful vegetable-laden eggs. And then if this is the part, if you were going to be putting in some meat, that you would take this little tray and insert that in there, add your meat. I'm not a big breakfast meat fan, so if you were doing, say, Canadian bacon, they say it works best with pre-cooked meat. So if you're using something like pre-cooked bacon or Canadian bacon or sausage patties, maybe something like that, crumbled sausage meat, whatever, that is where you would put that in. And I'm going to cook this for about a minute, minute and a half. Put my lid on there. And while that's cooking, I will share what I'm going to do next. After that is I'm going to put in a tortilla. I have made these using pancakes. It's got one more insert that you put in there, and that's for your bread. So if it's an English muffin, making your own healthy Egg McMuffin, if you want to put a tortilla, I'm going to make a wrap. So I'm just going to fold it in fourths and put it in here and then put it back in there. What else could you do? Pancakes. I've done pancakes. 2 pancakes fit real nice in here. So I made a little breakfast pancake sandwich, so that works as well. And as you can see, you kind of need the smaller tortillas. So I'm going to cram him up and put him in there. But I have to tell you, these snack bar things, granola bars that I made yesterday, I have 4 left out of 16. That's how yummy they were, and I'm going to take these in the airplane with me. Absolutely, I can't wait to come back and play some more with that and make my own. I saw a couple comments on there about making some without sugar. It had honey. You can use agave nectar. It's a little lower on the glycemic index. Let's see how this came out. Oh, I need a little bit more time. We'll put it in for another 30 seconds. I'll probably do it. Grab myself a cute little scraper to scrape it out with. These are the best things in the world. You need a couple of them in your kitchen. They're small, so it's going to slide everything out. Make sure that it slides out smoothly. I call them self-licking because they grip the inside like your tongue would, man. It just would lick. So, not that I want to do that with raw egg, but think brownie batter. Think cookie dough batter, you know, cake batter, things like that, where you want to, when you scrape that out, you're not, no waste. So they're going to want to lick this when you're done with everything. Take another peek. You guys having fun? Christina's putting so many fun posts up there. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So now I'm going to just put my tortilla, because we want it nice and warm. I'll put it in for about another 15 seconds. And then I am ready for breakfast. Ready to go. Make sure you ask questions. Talk to your consultant about the party link that you want to place your orders on. This is a fast and furious party. We've only got a couple more days left of it. But it's really fun. It's a great way to have your best summer ever, because we've got everything from popsicle makers to fresh breakfast sandwiches. The only thing is, I am back and forth a lot. So you're probably going to just stand in front of your microwave when you do this. Because you're not going to be on camera. Ooh, yeah. All right, so my nice warm tortilla. Oh, let's see how we came out here. Actually, it's still a little runny on the bottom side there. Because I used milk and all that, it takes just a little bit longer to cook. I'm sorry. Back and forth. When you first get a product, it's a lot of that back and forth trying to figure out just how much time it takes. For instance, like our microwave popcorn popper, how many of you guys have that tool, right? If you have that tool, send me a little smiley face or whatever and let me know you have that. That's another one, because every microwave is different. So though we're going to give you some suggestions on how long to cook these things. This is for the egg maker. It tells you in a couple languages. That's why it's an accordion book. It tells you some suggestions, but every microwave is different. And us consultants who are doing live parties in people's homes all the time, That is the one thing. I never realized just how many microwaves were out there on the market until I started doing this, because, oh my goodness, I don't know that I've seen 2 microwaves that are the same. It's amazing. But you kind of got to mess with it a little bit the first few times you use it, and then you know just how long it takes to make them. So like the ceramic egg cooker, you know, it usually takes about 2 minutes to cook my eggs like this in the ceramic egg cooker, or in the microwave egg cooker, I think we call it. Product number 1972, I think it is. Known as a caveman bikini bra in my house. Because that's kind of what it looks like. Get me some mitts. At this point, it's been in long enough that it's too warm for my little hands. So, of course, the best mitts in the world. I forget how great our things are until I go to a house that doesn't have these things. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you guys survive? Okay. Oh yeah. Now we're ready to slide this out. Still got to have that mitt. This, okay, I got to show you this. Can you see that? Oh, that is so yummy. With that garlic and herb in there, it's going to be so tasty. My gosh. All right. Slid right out, nice and clean. Actually, you can see where it would fit perfectly on a sandwich. Isn't that gorgeous? Looks like a little souffle, doesn't it? But with a tortilla, you can just mash it up and fold it however you need to. And breakfast is served. Ta-da! I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Facebook Live on your summer mega party. You all have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us. A couple more days is all it is, but take a look through all our posts and like and comment. We'd like to hear from you guys. All right? Bye.